Vincenzo'S Go Crypto Investing this May the 1st, 2025, evening cryptocurrency and the blockchain technology and the XRP daily update that you've come, expect, need, and deserve. And time is critical. You don't want to be fleeced, heisted, and shysted. Become members of Jabroni Killers, $3.99 a month. Remember, this is a channel that was started and built to protect and inform and educate you, the retail trader and investor. And we're the only one that's based for the retail investor. And you can see here in ZBCN, a coin that was asked about here, you can see where the red is, the VP, or the fixed volume profile is the mean of the volume. If we zoom in here, we're going to do all these from this shorter daily nightly update. Maybe we'll post one later. We're on our way to watch the Detroit Pistons, in the Eastern Conference quarterfinals, Game 6 at Little Caesars Arena, downtown Detroit, in the great state of Michigan, with a current temperature of 68 degrees, and you can see ZBCN has continued its pump after getting some support down there off the 50-day moving average in the 4-hour time frame, just above the critical major support level of that VP volume indicator. But now we didn't quite breach the wick high on our second run up, so we're going to pay attention to this now to see on this consolidation to the downside. Do these moving averages hold it again, and then you break these two, or do we come trade back down into this critical point, a bunch of zeros, 10277, top part of this red mean of the VIX volume profile, support, major support level, right? So that's what we're going to watch here. And that, if we go into Corum, we can see Corum's continued its pump now after it had that nice pump off the 10-cent level. We have this green line here for about two and a half weeks, saying that we could have a potential pump up to 20 cents. We're about 40% of the way there, up to about 14 cents right now, give or take. And we're above the 100-day moving average. We're trying to get above the 200-day moving average. And if we can, we could pump up very, very quickly to that 20 cents. Any kind of retracement, you're underneath support, obviously, is that major bottom, major technical buy zone that we got bought up from at the 10-cent level. So we're going to continue to watch that. XCN continues after its second move up to this 0.022 level, the bottom part of this light purple resistance box and support box, but it's using it as resistance. It got rejected off it. Now it's coiling up. Now if it can hold this and have another bounce and can break above that last point, the bottom part of that purple trading zone, you could pump all the way to the top part of that up there at the 0.04. But we need the volume to come in the short amount of time and get some excitement and an over-exuberant pump. But right now we got to wait and see because we're in the consolidation zone. If it pumps back up again, which it should where it's at, you would look for the next pump to get to about the 0.021, and then between the 0.020 and the 0.021 for a likely rejection. And any kind of rejection from where you're at now and you slip the 50-day moving average in the daily time frame, you're going to come back to the top part of this major purple zone, which is a major support and resistance level that we just broke back on April the 6th. So that's what we're looking at in XCN. The LCX, the same thing. We had a nice recovery, big pump after we've had a big dump. We got rejected by the 200-day moving average in the daily time frame. Now we're sitting on that critical 14 cents, and that's what we're going to wait to see. If it can hold this 14 cents, you could try to make another pump back up to the 18-cent or the 200-day moving average, and then try to breach it up into the 22-cent bottom part of this orange resistance box, right? Major resistance. But if you can't bounce up and get supported off where you're at now, you're going to fall back down, most likely down here to the 11 and a half, 12 cents, where there's a major support local level down there. If we go into some of the major coins here, real quick, I want to make sure I get them in this update. The XRP is still consolidating off of its second run-up that it had yesterday, the last couple of days. It's having a retracement. It did give back 4 or 5% of that gain, I believe, if we take our industry-exclusive measuring tool from the wick high to roughly the wick low. It was about a 10% fall. Right now we're sitting on the 50-day and the 100-day moving average. You need to get back above that and hold those 50 and 100 in the daily, or you're going to fall quickly back down to this neckline at 209. And as we do know, that's the critical level for the XRP because we are in a head and shoulders topping out reversal pattern. In my own personal opinion, I am not a financial advisor. I am not a psychic. I am not a fortune teller. So could I be wrong? Yes. But I believe we've been on the right track for 3.5 to 4 months. First mover advantage, industry best. Still don't want to buy you. Still don't care. We feel we've been on top of it and having the best cryptocurrency coverage for you, the retail trader. And that's why I beg you and I ask you to share the station, become members of Jabroni Killers, push us to 5 and then 10,000 subscribers, almost up to 2,100. And it's a necessity and it's a time necessity because the information is critical before you get fleeced, before you get preyed and paid upon by the criminal gangsters that have been infiltrated to keep by the criminal gangsters to manipulate, fleece, heist, and shiest you, and to keep you looking right when you should be looking up and twisting sideways when you should be walking straight, right? So if we look at where we're at now, we've had our rejection at the 100-day moving average at 28 cents. We've come down to the 50-day moving average in the daily time frame. We're sitting just above that and just below the 200 in the daily time frame. And if you get rejected here, you're going to come back down to the 25 cents. If you continue pumping, you could pump up to that 33-cent level, which there's a major resistance level up there. And then as we close this quick evening update up, because of the Pistons game, you can see the Bitcoin price continued to rise today. It got up to a move high of $97,197, but the volume continues to fall during the move. And I still believe this is going to eventually roll over on itself. Exactly how high it can slither and sneak and snake its way up is to be determined. But I believe that when it does start to break down, it'll break down quickly to that 89, 90,000 blue horizontal support resistance. And I feel like within the next week to 10 days before you know it, it's going to be back down at $73,000. And I'm going to be making a video like I am now saying, look at it's back at $73,000. But these are only my own personal interpretations and opinions of the market to try to give you some education, truth, trust, and information that you're not getting anywhere else. Remember to subscribe, join the channel, comment, and like it to push us through that elusive and criminal manipulated YouTube algorithm. Peace and love. The Rock Side Row. J. Yes.